Today, we're talking about something that will transform your business. And it's not about working harder or being more skilled. After having multiple strategies with construction companies, I discovered the mindset shifts that separate six-figure contractors from seven-figure builders. What's fascinating is that in my analysis, I found that contractors who made this shift typically saw 40 to 60% increase in their profit in the first year alone. This isn't about magical improvements, it's about fundamental transformation. And trust me, it's not what you think. This is about completely rewriting how you think about your business, your worth, and your future. Let me talk about where you might be right now. Maybe you're doing around $180,000 a year. You're skilled, probably one of the best in the area. But here's what's holding you back. You're pricing your work based on what others charge, not on your true worth. Consider this. In my work with contractors across the country, I've noticed that those who struggle with the pricing often share a common background. They started as skilled tradespeople who did really well at their craft. The problem, they brought that employee mindset into their business ownership journey. Here's the truth. Nobody will pay you more than you think you're worth. Right now, you might be charging $85 an hour because that's what everybody else charges. But here's what's interesting. When I dig deeper with my clients, I often find that their actual costs are value delivery justify rates 50 to 100% higher than what they're currently charging. But let's calculate the real value you bring to the projects. Think about this. When you show up on a job site, you're not just bringing tools and labor. You're bringing years of problem-solving experience. Every time you catch a potential issue before it becomes a $20,000 mistake, that's value. Every time you suggest a better solution that saves your client future headaches, that's value. Every time your attention to detail prevents callbacks and warranty issues, that's a massive value. Let me share a real example from one of my clients. They were charging $95 per hour until we analyzed the true cost saving they provided to their clients. We discovered that their average project had 3 to 4 invisible saves, moments where their expertise prevented costly mistakes or future repairs. These saves average from $8,000 to $12,000 per project in prevented costs. Yet, you're pricing yourself like every other contractor in town. Let's do some real math here. If your expertise prevents just one major issue per project, an issue that could have cost $15,000 to fix, why aren't you capturing some of that value in your pricing? If your reputation means architects specifically request you, why are you charging the same as contractors they won't even consider? Here's another perspective to consider. When architects and designers specifically request you, they're not just choosing a contractor, they're choosing peace of mind. They're choosing someone who makes them look good to their clients. That relationship has so much value that should be reflected in your pricing. Just a couple weeks ago, I hired someone to redo both of our showers. In the past, I heard multiple horror stories about terrible quality shower jobs that cause all kinds of issues. One of my friends had to have 3 different companies redo her shower. The first one made a terrible job to where there was a leak behind the panels that they installed. The second company fixed the leak, but made it so the water wouldn't fully drain and just rot in the sides of the shower. So she had to pay the third company and file multiple insurance claims and lawsuits to get her money back from the previous people. I did not want to be in her situation, so I hired a company that has a great reputation, true lifetime warranty, high quality materials and workers. They were exactly double the price of the other bids that I got. But I knew that it would save me a lot of time, headache, and money in the long run to pay extra for great communication and a peace of mind. The moment you shift your mindset from what will people pay to what value do I deliver, everything changes. You could double your rates. Yeah, double them. Will you lose some clients? For sure. But here's what happens next. The clients who stay will value quality over price. They will respect your time more. They'll listen to your expertise. And suddenly, you'll be making more money, working fewer hours with better clients. And let's be real, haven't you noticed that the clients who normally ask for cheap are the ones who are the most difficult to work with? Before we dive deeper into the next section, let me share a statistic. According to my research, the average contractor spends 62% of their time on tasks that could be delegated or automated. That's more than half of your working hours spent on activities that aren't maximizing your value. Now, let's talk about the biggest trap you're probably fallen into, trading time for money. You might be thinking, well, that's just how construction works. I don't know. That's how construction worked maybe in 1985, and it's time to step into 2025. Look at your schedule right now. You're probably working 70-hour weeks, thinking the only way to make more money is to work more hours. You're running from site to site, handling every crisis, answering every call, and slowly burning yourself out. I bet that sounds familiar. Let me paint a picture I see far too often. You're answering client calls during family dinner, drafting estimates at midnight, and spending weekends catching up on paperwork. This isn't just unstable, it's actively preventing your business from scaling. In my analysis of successful contractors, I found that those earning over $1 million annually typically work 20 to 30% fewer hours than those stuck at 500,000. Here's what you need to understand. Your income shouldn't be limited by your time. Think about luxury brands. They don't charge based on how long it takes to make something. They charge based on the value their brand represents. Your expertise is your brand. Consider this example. A Rolex doesn't take significantly longer to manufacture than a mid-range watch, yet commands a premium price. Why? Because people aren't buying time, they're buying excellence. They're buying reputation and results. Your construction business should operate on the same principle. So instead of charging by the hour, start packaging your services. Instead of saying we charge $95 per hour, start saying here's your complete solution for $85,000. This shift in thinking changes everything. Now you can leverage your team, your systems, and your expertise to deliver value, not just hours. So when a potential client comes to you for a kitchen renovation, stop thinking in terms of hours. Start thinking in terms of transformation. They're not buying 200 hours of your time. They are buying their dream kitchen that will last 20 years and increase their home's value by $50,000. Then you'll price accordingly. Here's a powerful exercise I do with my clients. List every single benefit your clients received beyond the physical construction. Include things like peace of mind, increased property value, energy savings, reduced maintenance costs, and improved lifestyle. Now assign a dollar value to each benefit. You'll be amazed of how much value you're giving away for free. Now, before we dive into the systems, here's the shocking revelation. In my audit of struggling construction businesses, I found that 83% of common problems could have been prevented with proper systems. I mean, we're talking about issues like scheduling conflicts, material delays, communication breakdowns, all preventable with the right processes in place. Here's where it gets really interesting. Once you've shifted your mindset about worth and time, you need systems that support growth. Right now, you're probably trying to scale by working harder, and that's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a teaspoon. Think about this. Every time you personally handle a $50 an hour task, you're essentially paying yourself $50 an hour to not grow your business. This is what I call owner's trap, being so busy working in your business that you can't work on your business. Let's say you're doing $800,000 in revenue but feeling stuck. Here's your mindset shift. Realize that your job isn't to build project, it's to build system that builds project. Every time you personally handle a task that could be systematized, you are putting a ceiling on your growth. I work with a contractor who was spending 15 hours per week on estimates. He implemented a standardized estimation system, trained a team member, and suddenly he had 15 hours back. Within 3 months, he used that time to land 3 major commercial contracts that doubled his annual revenue. Start by documenting every process in your business. Yes, every single one. Your estimation process, document it step by step. Site management, create a daily checklist. Client communication, develop templates and protocols. But here's the key. Don't just create manuals that gather dust. Build scalable systems that anyone can follow. Here's a practical tip. Start with something like a power hour process. Spend 1 hour each day documenting one process in your business. Within a month, you'll have 20 to 30 documented procedures. This becomes your business's operating manual, valuable assets that makes your company more sellable and scalable. Think about McDonald's for a second. They don't need master chefs to make consistent burgers. They need systems that ensure consistency regardless of who is working. Your construction business needs the same approach. McDonald's can open a new location anywhere in the world and have it running efficiently within weeks. Why? Because every process is documented, it's tested and foolproof. Your construction business might not be McDonald's, but the principle is basically the same. Systematize everything that works and repeat. Instead of personally doing every estimate, create a standardized estimation system your team can follow. Build spreadsheets with your proven formula. Create checklists for sidewalks. Develop standard operating procedures for every common situation. Your goal is to make yourself unnecessary for the day-to-day operations. Here's what this mindset shift looks like in your business. First, you need to completely reframe how you see your role. Not as a contractor who owns a business. You're a business owner who happens to work in construction. It's a big shift in how you approach every decision. Start thinking in terms of systems and processes every time you or your team solves a problem. Document the solution. Every time you handle a client situation well, turn it into a standard procedure. Your goal is to build a business that can run without you being involved in every single decision. And most importantly, stop thinking about what other contractors are doing. The moment that you start playing your own game, and focusing on value creation instead of hourly rates, you step out of the commodity market and into the premium space. Listen, I get it. This mindset shift isn't easy. It goes against everything you've been taught as a contractor, but here's my challenge to you. Start with just one shift today. Maybe it's raising your prices to reflect your true worth. Maybe it's packaging your services instead of charging hourly, or maybe it's starting to document one of your processes. Whatever you choose, take action today, because the difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't skill, it's mindset. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more construction-focused content that actually moves the needle. And drop a comment below letting me know which mindset shift you're implementing first. See you in the next one.